Hello and welcome, I'm Kira the Scrivener, and I'm sorry that there is going to be a fan in the background. It is so hot here. Anyways, I'm really excited because I get to announce the QUESTATHON. So a year ago, last September, Margaret and Kenzie and I all started a rereading thing that was just focused on Rick Riordan books. We started with Percy Jackson, our favorite series, to different degrees. And then we moved on to Heroes of Olympus, and it has been a blast. So in August, we have our final book of the Heroes of Olympus series, and in order to celebrate that in 1 year, we are going to be launching a readathon. You do not have to be reading any Rick Riordan book in order to join us, but we will be doing a group book of The Blood of Olympus, our last book. We would love if you would join us, but if you have not reread the series or you've never read the series at all, then that is perfectly okay. You can join us. You don't even have to read any mythology related books to join with us. We made sure that you could read the books no matter what genre you were reading. Anyways, we are really excited, and I'm going to jump right into the prompts. And the first one, it's kind of set up as if you are going on a quest, and that was really fun for us to have different interpretations of what a quest contributes, and it was a lot of fun to make this. So I really hope that you enjoy going on your quest. That saying, I don't think that we're saying you have to do it in that order or anything like that, and you can double or triple over how many ever you want. The point is just to have fun, and you don't have to read all the books to be contributing. We'll be doing lots of fun things besides that. And there will be a live show on the 18th, and that is the last day of the readathon, as well as our boy Percy Jackson's birthday. So we are going to be celebrating him, and I think that we'll have a part at the beginning that isn't discussing Heroes of Olympus, so that you can all join in whether you're reading that or not. Anyways, the first one is prophecy, and this often begins the quests, and we have a prophecy of where we're going, and it kind of leads us, and poetry is one of my favorite genres. It is to a lesser degree of the other girls, so they are loving me. There is a thing that you do not have to have it all in verse. I'm gonna say that's cheating, but Margaret will come at me. So you can read however amount, even like Percy Jackson, majority of them have prophecies in them, so you can use that, or you can read some novels in verse or poetry, either one. If you don't know where to start, please hit me up, because I know so many, and I think that they're such a great narrative sense, and that they're so underrated. So please do that. And then the second one is squad, so of course you have to have your people to get together to go on that quest and to support you, and for this is just to read more than one book, and that's pretty self-explanatory. And then we have 3, embarking on a journey, and this is going to be the hardest. So this is to read outside of your house. The only time I read outside of the house is 1, if I want to be pretentious in a coffee shop, which isn't that often, and 2, if I'm in a grocery line and I'm like, let me read now. Yeah, I'm that person. But yeah, I can't remember the rules if you have to read an entire book or just read outside of it. I think that it's an entire book. If you would like to be less than completely transparent, you can do whatever you want. And then we have a first test, and that is to read outside of your comfort zone. For instance, if you don't like verse, you can read a book in verse, or however else you would like to do that, you can accomplish it. For me, like, contemporary is definitely out of my comfort zone, and for other things that can be as well. And then pit stop and let the jokes ensue, and this is right before, everything is about to amp up like crazy. We need to have a time of release and stress and maybe some comedy and some dance, and then we're going to have an indulgent or just a book that you're going to enjoy. This can be an easy to read, it can be whatever kind of way you would like to interpret that, just a book that you're excited for and that isn't too stressful. Or if it's like you love 600-page books, you can do that too. And then we have the point of no return. This is definitely not a reference to our shared love of Phantom of the Opera, but this is just a hard-hitting book, so when it comes to my mind, I think of a lot of contemporary books that deal with social issues or mental health or like racism or something like that. But you can have Eddie on like a really emotional book, or really book that is just the opposite of the last prompt. And then you have Final Battle. So of course my recommendation is that you read Blood of Olympus with us, but if that's not feasible, then any last book in a series, and I think it's especially apt since we are notoriously bad on BookTube with finishing series. And that is it. It is going to be in the beginning of August 12th to 18th. Don't quote me on that, I totally know what I'm talking about. And I'm really excited. Follow us on Twitter at ReadDA, and we are going to be doing reading sprints, as well as I really want to have some mythologically confused things in my brain that I have brewing up there, and I'm really excited to just do some fun stuff related to that and have a blast. And happy reading and writing, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye.